Round 11. Okay, we're going to join with a standing half double crochet in any stitch. Okay, and then half double crochet in the same stitch. Okay, then I'll repeat, nice and simple, half double crochet in the next 8 stitches. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and then we're going to make 2 half double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so that's your repeat, half double crochet in 8 and then 2 half double in the next stitch. You can do that 12 times. Omit the last 2 because you've already made those there. Okay, and join to that standing half double crochet with a slip stitch. Round 12. We're going to chain 1, single crochet in that same stitch, which is the first of those 2 half double crochets, our standing stitch. Okay, I'll repeat, we're going to skip the next 3 stitches, and then in the next stitch we're going to make a 3 treble cluster group. So because you're stretching across 3 stitches, very often the top loops of that first stitch can go baggy. So if we were going to make a normal treble or treble cluster, we'd yarn over twice. So just go over once, okay? So yarn over once, skip those next 3 stitches, into the next stitch, yarn over, and pull that loop through 2 loops. So you've got 2 loops left on your hook. You're then going to pinch the base of this stitch, pull your hook out, put the yarn over or the hook under, whichever way you like to look at it. That spare bit of yarn. And now you've got 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, so that's our first partial treble made. And these are 3 treble clusters. So yarn over twice, in, pull up a loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and once more, yarn over twice, through 2, through 2. Okay, so we've got 3 partial trebles there, 4 loops on a hook, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops, and as you can see, that top loop there is the same size as our normal top loops. Okay, now sometimes that rising chain 1 can be mistaken for a stitch, so I would suggest you pop a marker in that first single crochet. Okay, we're then going to chain 3. Remember, keep your chains relaxed, keep them the same size as the top loops of your normal stitches. And then we're going to make another 3 treble cluster. Two and 3. Okay, yarn over and through. We're going to do that twice. So 1, 2, 3 chains, and then a 3 treble cluster. 2 and 3. Okay, so the trick of only doing 1 yarn over and then picking up only applies to that very first stitch. Okay, whether it's a cluster or whether it's a normal treble that you're doing, that's what you do to keep those top loops nice and tight. Okay, so 3 treble cluster, and then chain 3, 3 treble cluster twice. So all in that same stitch, we've got 2 chain 3 spaces, 3 treble clusters. Okay. Because you've got a lot going on there, it's very easy for this next stitch to get missed. Okay, so we're going to skip 3 stitches, so just pull the shell across slightly so that you can easily see the top loops here. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to single crochet in the next 8 stitches. Okay, and because we're now starting to form a star shape, we're working on 8 repeats each time. Okay, so we're going to have 8 points to each star. 2, 4, 6, 7, and there is number 8. Okay, and then we start all over again, skip 3, make a cluster shell in the next stitch, skip 3, and then single crochet in 8. Okay, 8 times. You're going to omit the last single crochet on the last repeat because you've already made it here. Join to that first single crochet, fasten off and secure your ends. Round 13. Okay, we're going to join the standing single crochet in the 5th single of any repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, there's number 5. Okay. We're going to skip the next 2. You've got 3 single crochets there. We're going to skip the next 2, and then we're going to make 2 double crochet in the next stitch. And front post double around the next stitch, which is your cluster. Okay, and then we're going to make 5 double crochet into the chain 3 space and front post double around the next stitch, and we're going to do that twice. Okay, 5, and there's the front post double. Okay, so we do that twice. Okay, so we've done that twice. We're then going to make 2 double crochet in the next stitch, so that's into that first single crochet. Okay, so it matches to the other side. We're then going to skip the next 2, 1, 2, and single crochet in the next 2. Okay, so our repeat is skip the next 2, 2 double crochet in the next stitch, which is that last single, front post double around the cluster, and then 5 double crochet in the chain 3 space, front post double around the next stitch. Do that twice. 2 double crochet in the next stitch, which is the first single crochet, skip 2, single crochet in 2. You can do that 8 times, so you come all the way round. You've already made 1 single crochet here, so you'll only have 1 to make on that last repeat. Join to the standing single crochet with a slip stitch. Round 14. Okay, we're going to slip stitch into the next stitch, which is that first double crochet. Chain 1 and then half double crochet in the same stitch. Okay, we're then going to half double crochet in the next 7 stitches. And again, because you've done a rising chain 1, if you pop your marker into that first half double crochet, then you're not going to mistake that rising chain 1 for a stitch, so you keep your stitch count more accurate. Okay, so I'm going to half double crochet. So seven half double crochet brings us to the starting point of our repeat, which is the second or middle front post double of each point. Okay, so in that stitch we are going to form a point of 2 half double crochet, chain 2 and 2 half double crochet. Okay, now I suggest that you mark all of your points. Okay, so we're going to pop a marker in that chain 2 space. Okay, we're then going to half double crochet in the next 8 stitches. 3, 4, oops, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So number 8 goes into the last double crochet. Okay, we're then going to single crochet 2 together over the next 2 stitches. Okay, so into the first single crochet and pull up a loop, into the second single crochet, pull up a loop. You've got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, and we're then going to half double crochet in the next 8 stitches. Okay, so we're making increases at the top of the points and we're making a decrease at the bottom, turning 2 stitches into 1 so that we accentuate the points more. Okay, one more. So in this front post double crochet, 2 half double, chain 2, 2 half double crochet in the next 8 stitches, single crochet 2 together over those 2 single crochet, half double crochet in the next 8. You're going to go ahead and do that 8 times. Come all the way round. Obviously you've already made 8 in total because there's the first one that you made, and then you've got 7 more. So join to that first half double crochet, fasten off and secure your ends. Okay, do double check your stitch counts. Obviously you've got 8 single crochet 2 together, you've got 8 points, each one has 20 half double crochet, 10 one side, 10 the other, and a chain 2 point space. Okay, round 15. Okay, we're going to join with a beginning 3 double crochet cluster in any chain 2 point space. So to make a beginning cluster, start as if you're going to make a standing stitch. So in this case, a standing double crochet. Pull up a loop, yarn over, and just pull through the first 2 loops. These clusters were trebles. These ones are double crochet clusters. Okay, so it's yarn over once, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, and we do that 3 times. Okay, and then yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. We're then going to chain 2, that's our point space, and then make another 3 double crochet cluster in that same chain 2 space. Okay, and then move your point marker up. Okay, our repeat is to chain 1, skip the next stitch, and 3 double crochet cluster in the next stitch. Now obviously we've got a lot of stitches in here, so you can see this first stitch, the top loops are completely covered. So either pull back so that you can see it, or remember to count your posts. Because we've done the chain 1, we're going to skip this next stitch, and then we're going to make a 3 double crochet cluster in the next stitch. Okay, and we're going to do that 4 times. Okay, so we've done chain 1, skip the next stitch, 3 double crochet cluster in the next stitch 4 times. We're then going to chain 1 and skip the next stitch, and we're then going to double crochet 3 together over the next 3 stitches. Okay, so yarn over once, we're skipping this stitch, so we're going to go into the last half double, pull up a loop, yarn over and through 2, yarn over, into the single 2 together, pull up a loop, yarn over through 2, and then into the first half double crochet there, going up the next side through 2. We've got 4 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. Okay, so essentially a cluster, a 3 double crochet cluster and a double crochet 3 together, are sort of made up of the same stitches, but where a cluster is made into 1 stitch, 3 partial double crochets, a double crochet 3 together is made over 3 stitches, and it's made to decrease the number of stitches. So we're making 3 stitches into 1. Okay, we're then going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, and then 3 double crochet cluster in the next stitch, chain 1 and skip the next stitch, and again we're going to do that 4 times. Okay, so our 4th repeat ends there with a chain 1 and skip the next stitch being that last half double crochet, and then in the chain 2 point space we're going to do exactly as we did at the beginning, which is a 3 double crochet cluster, chain 2 and a 3 double crochet cluster. Okay, so the key thing to look out for in this round is to make sure that you don't skip an extra stitch after you've made your point group. Okay, so it's chain 1, skip the next stitch, 3 double crochet cluster in the next 4 times, chain 1, skip the next stitch, double crochet 3 together, chain 1, skip the next, 3 double crochet cluster in the next stitch, chain 1, skip the next 4 times, and then in your chain 2 point space, 3 double crochet cluster, chain 2, 3 double crochet cluster. Okay, so you're going to repeat that 8 times, omit the last point group because you've already made it at the beginning there. Join to your beginning cluster, fasten off and secure your ends. Round 16. Okay, we're going to join with a beginning popcorn in the last chain 1 space before any point space. Okay, so beginning popcorn is a standing double crochet and then 4 more double crochet. If you happen to be working continuously and not changing colours, then you would start with a chain 3. Okay, lift, take your hook out, pop it under the top 2 loops of the first double crochet, back into your working loop, pinch, pull through, chain 1 to close your popcorn. Okay, and remember that closing chain 1 is part of the stitch. Okay, the pattern then calls for a chain 1 and skip the next stitch. In our chain 2 point space, we are going to popcorn, chain 2 and popcorn. Okay, so remember your popcorns are made up of 5 double crochet. You then lift under the first, back into the working loop, chain 1 to close. Okay, so I'm going to chain 2 and popcorn again, and then I'll come back to you. So in the chain 2 point space, popcorn, chain 2, popcorn. And we are then going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, and popcorn in the next chain 1 space. And we're going to do that 4 times. Okay, so we've done that 4 times. We're then going to chain 1. We're going to skip the next stitch and the chain 1 space, and we're then going to make a front post double crochet around the next stitch, which is our double 3 together, chain 1, skip the chain 1 space and the next stitch, and then popcorn in the next chain 1 space, chain 1, and skip the next stitch 4 times. Okay, so in your chain 2 point space, popcorn, chain 2, popcorn. It's then chain 1, skip the next stitch, popcorn in the chain 1 space 4 times, chain 1, skip the stitch and chain 1 space, front post double around the next stitch, which is your 3 together. So the front post goes around the top of the stitch. Okay, chain 1, skip the chain 1 and next stitch, popcorn in the chain 1 space, chain 1, skip the next stitch 4 times. Okay, so you're going to repeat that 8 times in total. You can omit the last popcorn and chain 1 because you made it at the beginning there. So once you've come all the way round, join to that beginning popcorn, fasten off and secure your ends. Round 17. Okay, before we start, if you are also following along with the photo tutorial or written pattern, you will note it says stitch counts are now given per repeat. Okay, so you've got 8 repeats on each, all the way round. Okay, so join with a standing front post single around the last stitch before any point space. So we're just going to go around the top of that popcorn, make a front post single. Okay, and then I'll repeat. In the chain 2 point space, we're going to make 2 single crochet, chain 2, and 2 single crochet. Move your point marker up into your new chain 2 point space. Okay, then quite simple. We're going to front post single around the next stitch, single in the next chain 1 space, and we're going to do that 5 times. Okay, so our 5th repeat brings us down to a single crochet in the chain 1 space. We're then going to skip the next stitch, which is that front post double. We're then going to single crochet in the chain 1 space and front post single around the next stitch, and again we're going to do that 5 times. So quite a simple repeat. Oops. The only thing I would recommend is make sure that your stitches are not too tight. Some people do tend to do their single crochets much tighter than their normal stitches. Okay, so in the chain 2 point space, we've got 2 single crochet, chain 2, 2 single crochet. And then it's front post single around the next stitch, single in the chain 1 space 5 times, skip that next stitch, single in the chain 1 space, front post single around the next stitch 5 times, and that brings us again to our next point space. Okay, so you're going to do that 8 times in total, all the way round. Omit the last front post single because you've already made it here. Join to that standing front post single with a slip stitch. Round 18. This is the last round of part 1. Okay, we're going to slip stitch in the next 2 stitches and into the chain 2 point space. Okay, the reason for doing this is because we are going to start with a chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, and if you have that in the middle of a row, it's always going to show, so the closer it is to a corner or point, the better. Okay, we're then going to make 2 more double crochet, so we've got 3 altogether. Chain 2 and then 3 double crochet. Okay, so each of your points, 3 double crochet, chain 2 and 3 double crochet. Let's move our point marker up. Okay. Okay, quite simple. We make sure that you don't skip this first hidden stitch, and you're going to double crochet in the next 11 stitches. Okay, so double crochet number 11 will fall into the last front post single that you made there. We're then going to double crochet 2 together over the next 2 stitches. So we're going to go into that first single crochet, yarn over and through 2 loops, yarn over into the next single crochet and through 2 loops. We've got 3 loops on our hook. I'm going to pull through all 3. Okay, and then starting in that first front post single, you are then going to double crochet in the next 11 stitches. So your 11th double crochet will fall in that last stitch, and then again your corners or your points, remember, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Okay, so after and before the corner, got 11 double crochet coming down, double crochet 2 together, 11 double crochet coming back up. Okay, so your total stitch count per repeat, that's from point space to point space, 28 double crochet and 1 double crochet 2 together plus a chain 2 point space. Okay, so all the way round, you're going to omit the last point group because you've already made it here. Join to the top of that chain 3, fasten off, secure your ends, and I would recommend that you do work away all of your ends because it's much easier going into part 2 with everything neat on the back of your work. Okay, I will see you for the next part.